By 1945, the most fearsome war machine in all of history lay shattered. Each of Hitler's 5 fatal errors brought Germany one step closer to collapse. On June 22, 1941, Hitler launched the largest land invasion in human history. 3.5 million Axis soldiers crossed into Soviet territory that morning. No army in modern warfare had ever attempted anything on this scale. Hitler's plan demanded total Soviet collapse within 8 to 10 weeks. German logistics were designed for France, not a continent-sized Soviet Union. By October, German tanks were within 60 miles of Moscow city center. Then the Soviet winter arrived, and Germany was utterly unprepared for it. Wehrmacht engines froze solid. Weapons jammed. Frostbite claimed more men than bullets. The Soviet Union did not collapse. It mobilized, and it fought back hard. On December 5, 1941, the Red Army launched a devastating counteroffensive at Moscow. Stalin mobilized fresh Siberian divisions, troops fully equipped for extreme Arctic warfare. By year's end, Germany had suffered over 800,000 irreplaceable casualties on the Eastern Front. Operation Barbarossa had failed. The quick victory Hitler needed never came. Fatal mistake number 1: invading the Soviet Union without a plan to finish it. 4 days later, Hitler committed the second, and perhaps most catastrophic, mistake. Hitler voluntarily declared war on the United States, a nation he deeply underestimated. President Roosevelt received the news and immediately requested a full declaration of war. Hitler believed America was too divided, too weak, and too far away to matter. What Hitler failed to grasp was the full scale of American industrial potential. In 1944 alone, America produced 96,000 aircraft. Germany managed fewer than 41,000. American war production also armed Britain and the Soviet Union through Lend-Lease. By mid-1943, American and British bombers were destroying German cities around the clock. Germany now faced enemies on every front, in the air, sea, and on land. Fatal mistake number 2: declaring war on the world's greatest industrial superpower. But even with 2 unwinnable enemies, Germany's own command was destroying itself from within. Hitler increasingly overruled his own generals, men with decades of professional combat experience. Between 1941 and 1945, Hitler dismissed or overruled over 900 senior Wehrmacht officers. General Franz Halder, Army Chief of Staff, kept a secret diary documenting Hitler's errors. Halder wrote, "Hitler's decisions were becoming increasingly divorced from operational military reality." At Stalingrad, Hitler personally ordered the Sixth Army to hold at all costs and die. Field Marshal Paulus begged permission to break out. Hitler refused him absolutely and completely. On February 2, 1943, 91,000 German survivors surrendered at Stalingrad. Stalingrad broke the myth of German invincibility and shattered Wehrmacht morale permanently. Fatal mistake number 3: one man's ego systematically dismantling Germany's professional military command. While Germany fought, its economy ran on peacetime footing, shockingly unprepared for total war. Hitler feared civilian unrest above all else, so he prioritized consumer goods over weapons production. In 1941, Germany produced just 3,256 tanks. The Soviet Union built over 6,200 that same year. In February 1942, Albert Speer was appointed armaments minister and began emergency reforms immediately. Speer's reforms were brilliant, but they arrived nearly 3 years too late to matter. Germany also failed to mobilize women into war industry, unlike every major Allied power. Fatal mistake number 4: fighting a total war with a deliberately restrained peacetime economy. By 1944, Germany was fighting simultaneously on 5 distinct and unsustainable military fronts. On June 6, 1944, Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy in northern France. Simultaneously, the Soviet Operation Bagration destroyed an entire German army group within weeks. Germany had no strategic reserves left to respond to any of these simultaneous catastrophic crises. Hitler's desperate gamble in the Ardennes in December 1944 consumed Germany's last strategic reserves. Fatal mistake number 5. Strategic overextension across fronts no single nation could possibly sustain. By April 1945, Soviet artillery could be heard from inside Hitler's own underground bunker. On April 30th, 1945, Adolf Hitler died by suicide in that bunker beneath a ruined city. Germany surrendered unconditionally on May 8, 1945. 60 million people had perished worldwide. 5 fatal mistakes, 1 catastrophic war, a warning from history that still echoes today.